Hello, welcome to the show, 15 Minutes of Fame with Dawn Branch. I'd like to say thank you to my sponsors, twinkletoesapparel.com in Georgia. These wonderful sandals that say Twinkle Toes. And they also have leotards and tights, all the wonderful accessories, even charcoal pouches that you can place into your dance bag. We have a new sponsor tonight, Spirit and the Word Ministries. My friend Pastor Herrera and his lovely wife, Minister Kim Herrera. They gave me this wonderful bag. Isn't it nice? So I'll put my dance stuff in here. Put my choco. Look, leotards. Well, I'm not wearing leotards, but you know what I mean. My dance stuff. Thank you, Spirit and the Word Ministries, and thank you for watching the show. Bye.
3, 2, 1.
Here we go.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to 15 Minutes of Fame with Dawn Branch, where we bring industry professionals into your home, where they share their journey of their career. Tonight's guest is the one and only, Miss IAm Karine. Hello, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
No, thank you so much for taking the time out and sharing your journey. Miss Corrine is an R&B gospel singer, and she reigns from New York City. And we're about to find out more of her information right now. So, Miss Corrine, my first question I always ask my guests, who is? So, who is Miss IAm Karine?
Who is IAm Karine? Well, I've been through a lot, so I can honestly say that I am an overcomer. I am a warrior. I am loving and caring, and I accept who I am. It took me years to get here. So I'm a child of God, and I just embrace all of who I am, despite what anybody may think, despite what anybody may say. I've just learned to appreciate being me. There's only one person with my DNA, and that's me. So,
Amen. Now, I don't know if you've been following pop culture, but Kanye West changed his name to Ye.
yay.
Do you think you'll change your name to IAm Karine?
I don't think so.
You're not taking it that far. That's
Not
funny.
that far.
So, like we said, you're from New York, as I'm from New York as well. So where do you where's your hometown in New York? Like, I'm from Queens, Long Island. Where are you from?
I'm from Brooklyn.
Uh-oh, Brooklyn's in the house without a doubt.
Woo-hoo!
I know. Wherever you go, there's always like somebody from Brooklyn.
Mhm.
So, as an artist, the R&B gospel singer, you didn't start out with singing. You actually
No, we
started
didn't.
out with an instrument. So let's talk about that. How did that find you? How did the art or piano find you?
Well, as a child, my mom wanted me to play the piano. So she bought a piano and she got me a piano teacher. And I played nothing but classical music growing up. Nothing. That's all that was in the house was classical music.
Mhm.
And I would practice, for at least an hour or two a day.
Oh.
And that's how my musical journey began. I played Bach, I played Mozart, I played Chopin. And I appreciate classical music. It is the foundation to me, it's the foundation of music. I love the sound. I love the peacefulness of it. I love the tranquility of it. And I incorporate it into my music as much as possible when I can.
And audience, I've heard her latest hit, and we're going to listen to that in a minute, and you'll hear exactly what she's talking about. It's amazing, by the way. Were your parents artists as well? You're welcome. Were your parents involved in the arts?
No, they weren't. My father was a mechanic. He owned his own shop. And my mother was a lab assistant at Columbia. They both came
Ooh.
from Haiti. They came here from Haiti, and they started a life together. and unfortunately they went their separate ways. But my mother really encouraged my gift, even though she may not have realized what she was doing. Because I had asked her one day, I said, Mommy, why do you want me to play the piano? And she said, I just want you to play the piano. And she was instrumental in developing my gift. Instrumental. She made
Awesome.
sacrifices for me that no one else would. I mean, even
Yeah.
if it meant I would watch what she would do in terms of sacrifice.
Mhm.
I lived in a single parent household. So all of the bills were on her. And
Mhm.
even if she didn't eat, she made sure that my brother and I ate. And even if it meant, because sometimes she would walk in the house with, with holes in her shoes, and she
Oh,
didn't replace those shoes because she wanted us to have piano lessons. So when I say my mom was instrumental, she was
amen.
instrumental because she knew how to
Yeah.
sacrifice.
Shout out to moms and all the moms out there helping their children pursue their careers and dreams.
Yeah.
So next we have high school performing arts, the LaGuardia High School. So how do you go from right? So how do we go from the young lady in Brooklyn through elementary school and the classical music to finding out about that big school in New York? Tell us about that journey.
Well, when I was in elementary school, I'll never forget it. It was the fourth grade, and I didn't know I could sing. My teacher, Barbara Ames, she wanted the three of us to sing a song called I forgot the name of the song, to be honest with you. But I started singing it, and she says, "Oh no, you can't sing this. You have to sing this song alone." It was "Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas." And I ended up going to Satellite West, where she was going to be the music teacher. So she recommended that I audition for LaGuardia. So every day I stayed after school and we rehearsed it. I sang "You and I" by Stevie Wonder.
Oh,
We
that's my
rehearsed it.
favorite artist.
Oh, yeah. We rehearsed it over and over and over. And then I had another teacher, my piano teacher at the time, Alexandra Eames, I believe her name was. And I said, let me just play Fur Elise. I'll audition for Elise. She says, no, everybody plays Fur Elise. You are going to play Chopin.
Uh-oh.
So I auditioned for LaGuardia for both instrumental and voice, and I got in for both.
Whoa. Okay. So which
Yeah.
one did you decide to go with? What did you graduate with?
Vocal major.
Vocal major.
Vocal
Okay.
major.
Now, why did you choose that over like, are there two different degrees? Do you have a vocal degree and or an instrumental degree? How does that work?
Well, at LaGuardia, as you know, you could only major in one. It was either
Okay.
you are a dance major, art major,
Mhm.
vocal major, instrumental major, or an acting major. So I said, okay, I got in for both, and I had to think about it because I said,
Mhm.
even though I auditioned for piano, they want you to they want to teach you a new instrument, and I chose the flute if I got in. And I thought about it and I was like, Dad, if I have to play the flute every single day, that's going to take hours and hours of training. But
Yes.
singing is easy. So I took the easy way
Got
out.
it. Got it. Got it. Yes. Okay, that makes sense to me. So yes, audience, we went to the same high school. We won't talk about who graduated first. I'm only kidding. But it's all good. So talk to the young artists out there who may not have a chance to go to our school, but they're in their state. I'm in the state of Florida. They have to audition for these programs, these magnet schools. What advice can you give young kids going into an audition at a younger age? So they don't have much experience. What should they look out for?
Well, if you can practice every single day, get somebody to listen. Like if you're singing, get somebody
Mhm.
to listen to you. If you're dancing, get somebody to watch you. And take their criticism seriously, because if you have the right person listening to you or the right person watching you, they're going to tell you the truth, and you need the truth. So I would suggest that you, like I said, even if you don't have a music, you're not in a music school, or you're not in a dance school, or you're not in art school, you still have a gift. and you can still develop that gift despite where you are right now. So my suggestion would be to practice it every single day and do your part. Do your part, and of course get the criticism of people that you trust and know won't lie to you.
Great advice. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
In your graduating class, who, if there were any, were famous or that we would know, like who graduated throughout? Could have been the vocal, drama, any department.
Oh gosh,
Nobody?
I think
Nobody's famous.
oh gosh, offhand, I honestly can't remember. I mean, famous?
Well, okay. Has made a profession during their career. Like, you know.
Well, I know that a vocal major friend of mine, Carolyn Linhart, went on to do jazz albums. She is an
Okay.
teacher. Um, Other than that, I really
What?
don't. Ivan Mateus. Ivan Mateus. I just
Oh,
realized Ivan Mateus, and he's successful in terms of co-writing and writing songs for multiple artists
nice.
like Usher and
Oh, that's big. See?
yes, there's Ivan Mateus.
Yes. And these are your cohorts. You call them, do you, hey, how you doing? Do you need any help here? How does that work? I'm kidding. No stress. No stress. So after high school, right? So you're here, you finished, you have your big graduation. What are your plans? You have your cap and gown. What happens next?
Okay, so after high school, I can't even say after high school. I say, during my senior year, I was like, you know what, I will never succeed in the music industry. So I'm going to become an
Wait,
accountant.
stop. Why would you say that? You had years and years. You just said to people, oh, do your
I
dream.
know,
Oh.
I know, but the thing is that for me, I had absolutely no self-confidence. I was a severe introvert, and I didn't believe in myself. So one other thing I need to add to what I told the people about practicing: believe in yourself, even if no one else does. Believe in yourself. I didn't, and even though my friends believed in me, my teachers believed in me, I'll never forget Edith Delval. She was the head of the vocal major, vocal division at LaGuardia. During senior year, she called me into her office. She said, Corrine, what are you going to do after high school? Your very same question. I said, I'm going to become an accountant. I said, I'm giving up on music. I'm not good at it. Even though I won awards at LaGuardia, I just had absolutely no self-confidence. So during the graduation ceremony, she made an announcement. She says, this award goes to the person who is going to continue their education in music. And I finally understood why she called me into her office. I'm like, I really wanted that award. But anyway, moving forward, I went to Baruch College and I took my first accounting course. And I immediately changed my major to music management.
That's so funny.
Because I was like, this is not gonna work. Let me stick with what I know.
No, okay. Which is fine. It's not too late. It's your first semester. It's good. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So that's what I did. I graduated with a music management degree. I did an internship at EMI at the time. And what I also did, I also had to, I was 2 credits short of graduating. So I had to leave school because I didn't have the money to pay for it. So I worked as a legal secretary at a law firm for a year to save up the money, went back to Baruch and got my degree. So
Yay.
once I did that, I'm like, okay, I can't work in this law firm anymore because it was environmental law. So I wrote to about 200 music publishers and record labels, and I got a job at a publishing company. And I was there I was there for a very, very, very long time.
Okay. So then you get a chance to see how that all works.
Yes.
Oh, it's a lot. So briefly explain to the kids or people who might not know what a publishing company does for artists?
Okay, I worked for ASCAP, it's the American Society of Composers, Authors, and Publishers, and what their job is to collect money for composers and publishers. So that's right, you want that money. So let me give you an example. If you wrote a song called All at Once, if you wrote that song, you're entitled to, depending on if you sign a publishing deal or not, you're entitled to some money. Every time you hear it on television, you hear it on the radio, you hear it on internet, you hear it as a ringtone on a phone, you're entitled to get paid for that. So ASCAP collects licenses from televisions, radio stations, internet sites, anything you can think of. Anything, any entity that is using your music has to pay ASCAP a license fee. What they do is, they have their logs, they have their research tools of finding out which songs were aired on which days. And depending on whether or not your song qualifies, you will get paid for those performances. So that publishing part is very important because that's the part that makes sure you get paid for public performances of your work.
Yay. So you did that for several years. And then what had happened was?
What had happened was they were going to do a joint venture with other companies, and I got scared, so I left and I went to work at a record label.
Nice.
And yeah, I hated working at that record label with every inch of my fiber.
Sorry.
And I had one of those bosses that you just anyway. So I got laid off. A lot of people got laid off, and I said, "Thank you, Jesus." So I was laid off, and my old bosses from ASCAP, would call me to check on me to see how I was doing. And turns out that someone left, and they asked me, "Do you still need a job?" I was like, "Yeah, I need a job."
Awesome.
And then I went back, and I stayed there for a good 15, 20 years.
Wow, very nice. Okay. So look, anybody out there who has a record that they want, do you do side work with this too? Or are you allowed to do that? Would they be able to send information to you and say, how do I go about getting the best deal for publishing? Would they be able to do that?
Well, I mean, in terms of researching before, I no longer work at ASCAP, but if they needed, advice on certain things on, how to get paid or, what they should do, or, you could write me if you want.
Oh,
if I can answer
how we're networking.
If I can answer your question, I will let you know. And if I can't, I will also let you know.
Awesome. Thank you for that. We got to share our resources. So, Miss Corrine, you're finished with that. You're retired. You put that last piece of pen down. You said, no more. I'm leaving again. Right. I'm leaving.
I took a severance package. Yes, go ahead.
Severance, and then you're sitting there and you're like, I feel like something's missing. Right? So then what happens next? What do you say to yourself? Like, you were a singer, you're a pianist, and you've done lots of stuff in corporate, but it wasn't fulfilling you until what? What happened that made you say, I want to use my voice again?
Okay, so even though I had worked in corporate, on the side, I had been, recording my music and trying to, create an album. But at that time, I was petrified to sing in front of people. So for years, I was like, if I create the music, I can at least, give it to other people to sing. So I ended up going to a church, and I sang backgrounds, and I was happy to sing backgrounds until one day there was no lead singer to sing lead for worship that night. And I knew the 2 or 3 people that were there, and I was like, these 2 people are not going to sing. So I said, you know what? I'll do it. And it was the first time in my life that I picked up the microphone and I sang lead that I wasn't afraid. And that changed my life. And I was like, you know what? I can do it now.
So what happened? What do you think it was? that made that? Did you hear a voice that said you can do it? Was it the Spirit, the Holy Spirit? Like, what was it that made you just have that confidence again?
It was you know what it was? I think I needed time to heal from a lot of hurt and a lot of pain. And I needed time to develop my own, my inner strength to believe in myself and say, you know what, I can do it. And it was the first time ever in my life that I took a microphone and started singing, and I wasn't afraid. There was nothing but peace. And it felt like this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And from that day on, they gave me the microphone to sing lead.
And you never gave it back.
I
They're
never
like,
gave
okay, give it back. No, that's funny. That's awesome.
I mean, they would give it to me, not in that church, but in prior churches, they would give me the microphone. I took it because like, all right, fine, I'll do it. But I was never comfortable. But, I was, at that point, I was ready because I was singing in the back, background singers and supporting other people. And I was okay with that. But, when it's your time, it's your time.
Perfect. So what did you write about? We have a song that I want to play to my audience. Can you, while I set this up, can you let us know a little bit about the song that you've created?
Okay, the song is called This Is Who I Am. It's about knowing yourself, loving yourself, going through things, and still being able to stand and say, I'm still here. Despite anything, despite what anybody may think, I'm still here. And being able to look at yourself in the mirror and just say, you know what? I'm cute to me, even if nobody else thinks so. And I just accept me because, like I said earlier, I have my own DNA. It can't be duplicated. Nobody can take my spot. Yeah. I'm on this earth for a purpose. I'm on this earth for a reason, and so I'm going to do what I need to do for me, whether or not you like it or not, whether or not they like it or whomever. It's not about them. This is about me.
Amen.
And who I am.
Okay, so here we go, and let's take a listen.
That I am still
Can you hear it?
Yep.
No. Kidding. I love it. Yay. Okay, I gotta turn it off. So that was amazing.
Thank you.
This is who I am. I like that. Let's talk about the arrangement. So who's in the background?
Oh, I did all the vocals.
You did. The comedy. Could I just laugh real quick? I don't want to sing. I don't want to sing. Right? I'm like, who's playing the music? Well, you're doing the whole, you're Michael Jackson. Lord.
Look, I was on a limited budget. So whatever I could do for myself, I did.
I love it. It sounds fabulous. And like I told you off air, I am going to play that song and create a dance and put it up and tag you because this resonates with me and a million other people who are trying to still find themselves. And we need to have confidence in who we are. And I love you for making that song. You're going to make a difference.
Thank you.
So if people want to purchase your song, where do they go? How does it happen?
You can go to iTunes. You can go to Amazon. You can go to Tidal. It's available everywhere. It's only 99 cents.
It's 99 cents. And this is what's the name of the title again?
This Is Who I Am.
This Is Who I Am. So if people wanted to contact you for performances or whatever, how do they do that? What's your
you
contact?
can email me at Corrine Pierre. That's Karin, N as in Nancy, E, P as in Peter, IERRE 2000 at yahoo.com. or you could call me at 347-406-1213.
Awesome. And then you're still in New York?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. Do you do private performances? Are you performing live now?
I will. I plan on performing live soon.
Okay,
But
great.
yes, I would do private performances.
Okay, so my last, COVID. How does that work with the COVID and the singing and the no mask? What are your rules? What are your,
I mean, to be fair and to, consider the needs of everyone, like when I did my single release party, I asked people to get a negative COVID test, make sure that
okay,
you had a negative COVID test before you came into the building. And if they were vaccinated already, that was okay too. But, like I said, for the safety and the health and concern of everyone that's going to be there, that's a requirement.
yes.
I
Thank you
wish
for
it
that.
wasn't like that. I wish it wasn't like
Mhm.
that, but it is what it is.
Safety first, yeah.
Exactly.
So as we close, Miss Corrine, what are your last words that you want to offer to any young artists out there who are just becoming into themselves? They're coming into greatness. What do you want to leave with them?
I want you to believe in yourself. I want you to believe in your dream. And it may not always be easy. You're going to have some rough patches sometimes. Sometimes you're going to doubt yourself. That's why it's important to have people around you who believe in you, who encourage you, who lift you up, and who believe in your dream. So surround yourself with those people and hang on to them because you're going to need them. And develop your craft, believe in yourself, pray, ask God to help you, and ask God to send the people to help you make your dream come true.
Beautifully said. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Corrine. Thank you so much for coming on 15 Minutes of Fame. I really, really pray that we have a connection. We're going to continue building. I
Yes,
pray peace in your life. I
thank
pray
you.
you're going to have music coming out all over the world and you're going to be able to help people because people need help and they need it from people like you. So
Oh,
thank you again. Yes, thank you
you.
again. And thanks everyone for watching 15 Minutes of Fame, and we'll see you next week.